Hello there, my name is Frames Jacob, but I'm not important. What's important is what's in front of me. That's the Stadia Premier Edition right here in front of us. And also, afterwards, we're gonna take a look at the little brother, the Wasabi controller, which to me should have been named Mint, but that's neither here nor there. All I've done is removed the plastic wrap on this one. It says one place for all the ways we play. And of course, that's kind of the whole Stadia thing, is you can play on a phone, as long as it's not an Apple phone. You can play on your laptop, on a tablet. Look at that, really nice little graphic there. That looks a lot like, well, I was gonna wait till later, but I have some controllers to compare. I have Xbox One and PlayStation 4, and as you can tell, those two, when compared to the way this looks, this has the two, you know, let's just take her out and look for ourselves. So that's the bottom. Slides, nice box, I gotta say. Solid packaging. It's divoted in here, I like that. It's supposed to be that way. And I'm digging the color on this. They're very smooth triggers. Oh, I hope you can hear that. The clickiness to all of this. It's got the, wow, very springy. I would say this is springier and, oh yeah, way more travel and spring to this. So that's pretty good. No way to know how it'll go age-wise, like how it'll hold up. I do respect USB-C 3 right here. That's nice. And I believe at some point one of these had the Konami code printed on it somewhere, but I guess I was wrong. So this is interesting. I don't know if all these buttons have their functionality yet. I think this is the share, this is Google Assistant, and I don't know what these are for yet. But yeah, this is just like an unboxing and first impressions. It isn't a review, because obviously I'm just now opening this. But yeah, this feels very nice. Let's see what else is inside this box. So let's trade these. Okay, so another little fitted piece of sort of post-board feel. All right, so we've got charging setup right here. Got a brick USB-C charging cable, which should be the norm. Oh, look at this. Oh, okay. Let's see what you've got. Got the logo, Stadia controller, get started. I like that they have this this ombre, sort of like from almost a purple all the way up into an orange. It's a good color. So it's tells you how to set it up and all that jazz. That's very cool. And oh, here's something important, the Chromecast Ultra. You're gonna need one of these if you want to stream it in 4K on your TV, and I do. Ooh, that was nice. Nice and smooth. Now they are coming up with a new one. Oh, nice little magnet. If you know what Chromecast Ultra's like, this is just that. HDMI plug in there. And they do have something nice, because if you want to plug your Ethernet into it for better connection, you can plug your Ethernet port into here, so you're actually hardlining. Oh, here we go. Another one for you. But yeah, it's very well made. I've never actually held the Chromecast Ultra, just regular old Chromecast. So I believe that's all we got in there. Now, let's get into his, again, I think should have been called Mint. They're all about, it's called Wasabi. So again, we got another one place for all the ways you play. And I'm assuming the packaging for this is very similar to the packaging on if you got just the white controller or the black as well. So we got there, nice. Some people, okay, let's see. So I know that some will just use the same image, but they actually, oh wait, is that photoshopped? They may have photoshopped that, because those thumbs look very similarly placed. So they may have swapped it out with digital stuff. Who's to say? But I will say it is nice to actually look and see what you're getting, because some don't spend the money on that. So let's open her up. Another fitted spot right there. And wow, that is very nice. That is beautiful. If you've seen any of the Pixel products, you know that they like to use color. And I have to say, this has always looked a little bit like a gross yellow to me in pictures, but I really liked this, so I was just gonna bite the bullet and deal with it. But in person, it's like a neon yellow. It's very nice. Headphone jack, obviously. Basically, it's the exact same controller, just different colors. And I thought this was orange. This is like a bright salmon in real life. I don't know how well the camera's gonna pick that up. Again, very clicky, very responsive, lots of travel. They said they spent a lot of time thinking about how they would design this. And I feel like it doesn't have the same profile. Like this is very almost like a fighter jet. And the angles that you have where it's sort of coming at you like this, it's directing you towards that Xbox. It's very similar to the Duke controller of old. Obviously different. I have mine with a recharging thing on there. But this one is much more smooth and curvy. It makes me think of a banana almost in this shape. It's very odd, but it's very Google. It doesn't look like what I would have designed, but now that I'm holding it, as soon as you put it in your hands, you don't even have to think about it. It rests right here really smoothly. So there's no way no one will, if I'm playing this and my wife is around, she's gonna know. But then again, let's compare that to different sounds. You got the squeak. This one actually needs to be oiled. But you're still gonna get click. This is a little bit louder, I think, because it has more travel. Yeah, so it's very similar to the PlayStation controller as far as sound that you should expect. But I don't mind. I like that sort of responsiveness that comes with the process. So again, very nice. Oh, look at that. They put a little pad there to keep it safe. Interesting texture. And then we have yet another another charger, so you can plug it in and charge. And more how-to stuff. So it's a very interesting idea, and I've actually been playing Stadia with just an Xbox controller. Actually, specifically with this Xbox controller, my blue, so very nice. And I think that their controller might be my favorite so far, but I'm always happy to see someone else try to enter and reclaim that title. So an interesting thing about this, from what I've read, this doesn't connect with Bluetooth to your phone or your tablet or your laptop or your Chromecast or whatever. Both of these actually, instead, they connect with Wi-Fi directly to Stadia, which means it's not press a button on here, it goes to your device, that then goes to Stadia, and then it goes back to the screen so then you can see what you did. They've done a bunch of things to sort of slow down lag over everything. But one of the things they do is just your input goes here, it goes straight to their machines. The machines know what happened. Ta-da. And that would be the sound of a helicopter, because I live next to a place where helicopters land. That's life. But yes, I will say, so the reason I got two controllers, it wasn't just because I could have just gotten this and this. It would have been cheaper than buying all of this. But my wife likes to play games, and I don't want to have to wire an Xbox or a PlayStation controller up every time we want to play co-op together. And if she wants to play Red Dead Redemption 2 with me, who doesn't like a cowboy, now we can play that in the same room without having to buy a second Xbox or a PlayStation or what have you. I appreciate that. It's one of the things I really enjoy about all this. And again, the next time you're off doing something, like if you go over to someone's house and they're like, oh, I heard you got the new high score on this game. Like, yeah, I did. Like, I don't believe you. You can just open a Chrome tab on their device or on your phone, assuming it's not Apple. That'll probably be resolved eventually, but realistically, right now, that's just how it is. And you can just pull it up and you can play the game on an old beat-up computer. I think that's a spiffy little thing. It's got I'm not sure if it'll pick up, probably not. It's got this interesting feel to it, that it's like an almost invisible texture. I'll try to get the light. Yeah, you can see a little bit of it. There's a texture for grip, but then on the surface here where the plates switch over, it's very smooth. It's very rewarding. I will say, I wish I knew how to take these apart so I could swap the color here and here. But I'm pretty sure I shouldn't do that, so I probably won't. Because, again, I just paid for these and I don't feel like buying replacements because my dumb self decided to mess with them. So, this is a Stadia controller, just sort of an unboxing and look at it. Again, I think a lot of people might have been worried, when a company first there are a lot of third-party controllers for Xbox and PlayStation and they kind of suck. sometimes, but this does not feel like a sucky controller. This feels like a controller made by someone who's been making controllers. So I don't know if they got people who, you know, have done this in the past for other companies or what, but it doesn't feel hollow, it doesn't rattle, it doesn't sound like it's cheaply made, it doesn't feel cheaply made. And even if it was cheaply made, it has fooled me into thinking that it's a premium device, and that is worth some brownie points, regardless. So I'm very excited to use this, and it'll be nice to be able to plug this, or to not have to plug into whatever I'm doing. And now I can play on my TV. Ugh, it's gonna be so good. Goodbye load times, goodbye, well, shorter load times, goodbye updates, no more hacking, all a closed system. So yeah, Stadia controllers. I would say that if you are already considering, like if you've been playing it, you've got a couple games into it, and you don't have a Chromecast Ultra, this is definitely a great deal. This whole setup, because it is $30 cheaper than getting a controller and a Chromecast Ultra. And if you've just been playing for a while and you kind of want to spoil yourself, you want to treat yourself, this just not having to be wired in, and the way that it feels, and all of these buttons that are getting more and more functionality as Google improves the service, I would say if you're in this for the long haul, or if you're considering it, definitely try this, because you can play it with other controllers, but I feel like you're not getting the full experience. So that's my 2 cents. No one cares. Anyway, I've got a dog to go walk, and you've got other YouTube videos to watch. So thanks for watching. You know, check out Google Stadia if you want. It is free. You get a month free to try out all these games, tons of pro games. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, I'll be back.